today. From Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 40.
He's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
This is Mostert. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
By the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Week 1, it's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, had his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week.
Now Mostert.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Anthony Miller from 8 yards out. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical?
He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, how can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
They'll look to throw here. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Niners take the block punt and convert it into 6 points. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. To the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alex Anzalone just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. He'll drop to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
On first down, Mitchell down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And making it work.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Here's Mostert. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line.
I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it. Nice linebacker play.
Pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's upended at the 33.
Now, you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
All I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Whistles now and a timeout. They hand it off to Mostert.
It's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. So the victory here for San Francisco. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the 49ers, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.